not going home. It's going to Rome. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Off the Bar Banter. My name is Brandon, and I would be joined with Ben like in usual videos, but he's not here. Really quickly, apologies if you can hear any construction or any like mechanical noises going on. They are doing like work right outside my house, like literally like right outside my window, and it is terrible. And it's been annoying me for a while because they actually, it's just really annoying. But whatever, it's their job. So apologies if you can hear any of that. I'll try to like minimize it as much as I can, but again, it's really loud and it's a lot of work that they're doing. But with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. So I know I'm a little bit late to this, and I know I haven't really been talking about it as much on here. I've been actually mainly doing it on our podcast, which you guys should go check out. Links will be in the description down below. We have it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, LimeWire. Is LimeWire still a thing? I mean, I would look up if LimeWire is still a thing, but I don't want like the FBI to think I'm like illegally downloading a car. Shout out if you get that reference. Yeah, I've been talking about it on the podcast. Again, links in the description down below. Also, by the way, before you even continue with this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We are on the path to 100 subscribers, and if you guys could subscribe, that'd be tremendous. You know, hopefully by 100 subscribers we could do a great giveaway or something like that. But we won't know till we get there, and once we do get there, we will be killing it on all platforms and everything like that. So if you guys, again, please drop a like and drop a subscription, and let's just get right into it. The title of this video is kind of, I guess people have been talking about it for a while, and I haven't been able to talk about it on the channel as of late, the Euros on the channel as of late, just because, again, doing it on the podcast, but also because of the fact that I just think it's just been a topic a lot of people have been talking about, and you can see, you know, I think Gareth Southgate messed up. I think he messed up tremendously with not only his team selection, but also just throughout the whole Euros as well. Now, to give England credit, they were a very dominant team up until, I would say, like the game against Italy, just because they just went into a game where they're playing against the best team in the competition, in my opinion. Now, to give Southgate credit, he has been getting a lot of things right tactically, you know, maybe playing a little more defensive, maybe playing, you know, getting guys more game time and getting guys into positions such as Grealish, such as Sterling, Kane, into positions where they could optimize their potential and score. And the same thing with guys like Luke Shaw and Trippier in the back line as well. In the midfield, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips have arguably been one of the best midfields in this competition so far. With that being said, I think adjustments needed to be made. We saw during the whole game that they only averaged 2 shots on target, and honestly, it kind of was something that Spain did, was kind of just sit back and just let them soak on the pressure. The difference is Spain had a lot more chances on target than compared to England. England only had 2, and Spain definitely had more than 2. I don't have the numbers right now, but Spain had a lot more chances, especially during that first 2, especially leading up to Morata's goal. They had a lot of chances, even before Chiesa's goal as well. They had a lot of chances. They were on the front foot. They were on the attack. They were on the counterattack. England just never counterattacked well, and they just soaked in all the pressure. And it wasn't surprising that the fact that Italy eventually were able to tie it based on Bonucci's header. But with that being said, in my personal opinion, I just don't think this team, how it was structured, was going to work. I don't think a essentially playing 8 defenders was going to work against a very good attacking Italy side, just given the fact that I think you have to match fire with fire, and especially with the fact that, you know, again, the attack in the midfield I have no issues with whatsoever. It's the fact that, you know, playing a 5-back and also playing, you know, 8 defenders essentially, and not having more of a creative midfield in the lineup really did show. But with that being said, I just think, you know, playing only Mason Mount, who hasn't even had the best tournament, I would have maybe preferred, if you were going to go someone right there, I would say maybe Jadon Sancho, because he had a great game against Ukraine, or I don't know, Foden wasn't a fit for this, or maybe a Jack Grealish, because I think when he has come on, he has produced really, really well for England. And I think playing Mason Mount, I think, was just a little over-ambitious. I get it, maybe you want a guy that's great at free kicks, but at the same time, you have guys like Shaw, Trippier, who are great at free kicks, or, I mean, I don't know. I think, I just don't see the appeal of putting Mason Mount right there, especially when you had other guys playing, I think, better coming off the bench or in even fewer appearances as well in Southgate's side, which is something we should talk about as well, is the fact that, you know, we bring on guys, or England bring on guys that haven't really played that much in this tournament. You know, we saw guys like Sancho only get a few appearances, and then to bring on guys like Sancho, like Saka, and like Rashford into it and take some of the most decisive penalties and most pressuring penalties in their career thus far. I mean, for a 19-year-old to take that penalty, it's tremendous. It's a tremendous accomplishment, the fact that he was able to even step up and to be in the position to take that penalty. However, England shouldn't even gotten themselves in that position. The fact that they were also not dominant in possession, and I get it, to sit back and counterattack, you're not really going to dominate in possession anyways, and that did show. But the fact that they only could muster, 2 shots, and 2 of them were on target, it's not the greatest look. I'm sorry, I should apologize. It wasn't only just 2 shots. It was 2 shots on target. I misspoke. It was 6 shots. So sorry. I know we're going to play semantics in the comments, but whatever. It is what it is. At this point, the Euros this is Wednesday. It happened on Sunday. It is what it is. But with that being said, I just think that there should be a level of accountability towards Southgate. The fact that, I mean, bringing off Declan Rice, I get it. Like, maybe bringing a fresher guy that's a like for like with Jordan Henderson, but at the same time, he may be playing a little bit more attacking there as well in the midfield. I'm not a big fan of the 5-back with the 8 defenders, to be honest. I mean, hell, it's annoying to go up against div rivals or anything like that, because that's usually what I do. Go up against in division rivals is 5-backs or 3-backs. So it's a little bit annoying, but I do think the fact that England didn't play on the counterattack, or played well on the counterattack, or played to their opportunity, to the most of their ability, I think it rests on Southgate, because he didn't really interchange guys. He stuck with kind of the same formation, kind of the same lineups throughout the whole tournament, played the same starting 11. Yeah, he mixed in every once in a while, brought guys off the bench, and I get it. England has a very deep team, and that's going to be the issue when you have a very deep team, is, you know, you can only play so many guys, you can only bring on so many guys, but at the same time, you know, getting these guys match fit and getting these guys ready to be able to perform at a high level and at such a high stake as well. I mean, let's just talk about the penalties real quick. You have Rashford, Sancho, and Saka take penalties. Sancho and Rashford haven't been playing at all, and Rashford actually had picked up an injury as well and was playing through an injury, and he's actually out 3 months for it, which is my own little gripe as a Manchester United fan, because if you know you weren't going to be playing as much, or if Southgate knew, he could have just sent them home and said, listen, deal with whatever soldier surgery you got to do first, dog, and then go ahead and, you know, we'll get you at the next tournament. Like, that's what should have been said. However, he was still there at the Euros, he was still there in the tournament, so he took the penalty, and, you know, it sucks. You know, you missed a penalty on the biggest stage at the tournament, and the fact that, you know, again, like I alluded to, Saka and Sancho, 2 guys that also, I mean, Saka has been playing, but Sancho was another guy that wasn't playing as well, and it was even brought up to the point where Lothar Matthäus said, we'll give him a German passport, and God, no one wants to listen to him do a German accent, whatever the hell that was.
We're capable of, and you know, the recent weeks haven't been so good, and we haven't.
To have these 3 guys step up and take the penalties, I think is still a tremendous feat, but it still shows, I think, not the immaturity, but the lack of tactical knowledge or prowess to really go after it. To really go after it, and to really press Italy to maybe make a mistake and give England a chance, because I mean, it kind of was evident throughout the whole tournament that they rely on people making mistakes, and I mean, granted, they did play really well on their own. However, I mean, we saw against Denmark, Sterling got a penalty, which I don't really believe it would have been a penalty. I think the Kane one should have been a penalty for sure, but the Sterling one shouldn't have been. But again, I covered that in actually I didn't cover the semifinals. I was online, but again, podcast in the description, go check it out. What I just think should have happened is the fact that Southgate should have rotated, especially in the group that they had. They didn't really need to be playing this almost the same people almost every game. I mean, I get it. Croatia is probably the difficult opponent in your group, but honestly, in that group, a little bit more rotation should have been had and should have been done throughout the whole tournament as well, because you didn't really come up against Belgium or Spain or any of these big guys. I mean, I think the biggest one you came up against was Germany, and you guys were able to get past them with ease, what it saw. And you guys really didn't come up after that against any, again, big competition. I get it. Denmark, I think, was a very good underdog in this tournament, and I think they could have done well had they not gone up against England in the semifinals. So they actually played really well against England in the semifinals. But I just think Southgate got it wrong. I don't think what he's done throughout this whole tournament, especially in the final, to give guys that were carrying injuries, not rotating them or have good match fitness, or just honestly haven't had the experience that some of these other guys have, to give them that opportunity to shine. I mean, and to really try to maybe get them somewhat match fit. I just don't think it was really the players' fault. I think it was Southgate's fault. But honestly, no disrespect to Italy whatsoever. Not that they weren't going to be the better team anyways, because they were. They were the best team in this tournament. Gianluigi Donnarumma, for sure, deserved the Player of the Tournament award. I mean, he has kept Italy in contention to be the best team in the world throughout this whole tournament, and it showed. And I think, honestly, even with no Spinazzola, and the fact that Italy sometimes didn't look the best attacking wise, I still think that they were the best team overall in this tournament. I still think they were probably the most arguably the hardest team to beat in this tournament, and it showed that they were able to, I think, go undefeated throughout this whole tournament as well. They did not lose. I mean, obviously they didn't lose because they went the final, but not even in the group stages as well. And the fact that they also went up against an England team that was really good and was on really good performances as well, I think just showed the fact that Roberto Mancini has really done a great job, especially, with the disaster back in 2016, 2017, where they couldn't qualify for the World Cup. That is going to be it for me. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think? I know I'm a little bit late to this. Again, apologies. I've just been out. I've just been really busy with work, and I also I was in Orlando actually for the weekend, and I wanted to get this up, but I couldn't also record in Orlando. I was in a hotel with friends and hanging out and doing all that kind of stuff, so I wasn't able to really record. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on the goal. We're on the path to 100 subscribers, and we will try to do a big giveaway for you guys once we hit 100 subscribers. So if you guys can, leave a like and a comment and a subscription once you're done listening to this video. It does mean a lot, and honestly, you guys have been killing it. We've grown so much over the past month or so, and honestly, it's happy to see as a content creator on my end, to see that, my hard work with the editing, with the just everything, really, just with all that we're doing here at Banter Broadcast, it just shows that you guys do appreciate the work that we put in. So thank you guys so much for listening. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.